Hello, everyone. Hey. Why Nigerians are suffering of a Vancouver. Hey, Nigerians are sitting down. They are using their head. They are using our head. They are using our head because we have refused to use our head. These people get into office, they behave anyhow. They do anyhow because they know you will sit down and do nothing. You will talk, you will abdicate, you will insult if your fellow citizens obey. You will not take action on these people that have turned you into nothing in your own country. They've turned people into paupers, they've turned people into beggars, they've turned people to people that even food they can no longer afford, even food they can no longer eat. That's the reality of Nigeria, and that's where we find ourselves. That's the nonsense that is going on. But hey, people are sitting down there doing whatever it is that they want to do, doing all sorts of, whether it's nonsense I should call it or whatever I should call it. At this moment, I don't even know. It's crazy. It's just something else on another level. Imagine. At this moment, this damn moment, with the critical issues that we have on ground, the Senate, National Assembly, all they are concerned about is buying presidential plane for Tinubu. Does Tinubu look like someone who is presidential, that needs a presidential train? Tell me one thing that is presidential about Tinubu. Tell me, let me know, what is it that Tinubu has done for you? In spite of his illegitimacy, in spite of his illegitimate government, in spite of his rigging election to get in there, what has he done for the people of Nigeria that warrants him having a private jet? Of the trips that he's doing, of what use is the trip that he goes there to go and do? Is it not constantly to get himself disgraced, get Nigerian disgraced? Stand there. Nobody wants to stand the sight of him. He goes to meetings, they keep him aside. You see him, they're trying to fit in like I don't even understand. Like an unwanted child in a home that has been given to some people. Yet the issue on ground right now for National Assembly, for Senate, for Akpabio is that Tinubu needs a presidential jet. He needs presidential jet. Of course, like he came to have fun now. He came to use people's head. He came to use your collective word to do whatever it is that he wants to do for himself. We are sitting down. Suicide bombing has returned again. Just a few, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? How many people? They are reporting about 30 people killed by suicide bombing that had gone, coordinated suicide bombing that happened in Borno State. Yet the Senate is not concerned about that. The National Assembly is not concerned about citizens who are being killed. All they are concerned about is the fact that they need to have whatever it is that they need to have and enjoy themselves. After all, the rest of us can go to hell and can go to pieces. They don't even care. Anyway, let me come to this particular piece that was done from Vanguard. It said presidential fleet. Nigeria's president has 10 planes. Leaders of Britain, Singapore have none. The people that we will go to go and borrow money, they don't waste money. They don't have presidential jets. But it is us that we don't have money, that we are beggars, that they are even looking for money to feed our children. Nigerian children are starving. Nigerian children are there starving to the extent that they are now trying to raise money for Nigerian, to children that are starving. Yet we are spending money on all sorts of nonsense. Nigerians' money, people's money, being spent on all sorts of nonsense. Now it's presidential, presidential play. I'm asking you again, what is presidential about Tinubu? Look at Tinubu from head to toe. Look at his manner of speaking. Look at his action. Look at what is presidential about it. You want to spend, what is Nigerian president doing outside, traveling outside? What business are they bringing in? Talk less of a Tinubu. The article goes on to say, this piece was first published in Vanguard on April 28, 2015 by Eric Teniola, who is a former director in the presidency and lives in Lagos until 1999. The Presidential Air Fleet, PAF, was under the control and supervision of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Before then, senior Air Force officers in their grey upon blue, well-ironed uniforms were seen on 11th floor of the Federal Secretariat, which was then the office of the SGF, hanging around. The argument was that since the Chief of Staff was the head of the staff attached to the President, and since he was aware of the hourly movement of the President, he was in a better position to control the fleet adequately. I understand the fleet is now under the National Security Advisor. Before 1999, The fleet was almost dormant for lack of use. General Ibrahim Babangida hardly traveled outside the country except to visit some states, and Chief Ernest Oladede Adegule Shoneka, 79, whose tenure lasted less than 100 days, made the use of the fleet only once when he attended the Commonwealth Conference outside Nigeria. So for context, during the military era, you know, military, of course, we were under military era, that's during Buhari. Most of them were not welcome outside in the democratic other democratic states, and so most of them really didn't travel. But the thing is also that, what are you even traveling for? At this time in Nigeria, we cannot afford, you know, all of these things that we have that are just being done. I'm just leaving all of that history on, because I don't want this video to be too long. All of that history of this thing, and then come down to this important posting. It says the presidential fleet remains today the most important posting in the Nigeria Air Force. For example, the present chief of defense staff, Marshal Alex Sabundu Bade. Okay, this was there because this thing was written. This thing was written in 2015. This particular article, they just brought it back. So then Alex Bade, when they were talking about the presidential aircraft and the things that they have and the things that they're going on. But the most top story, let me just leave this here. The most top story is the fact that the National Assembly is focused on ensuring that they get another presidential aircraft for the illegitimate president that you guys currently have, which is terrible. At this moment where people are going through hunger, at this moment where people are going through suffering, at this moment where even food now is not a luxury in Nigeria. Food is not a luxury in Nigeria. People can't afford to eat. People are sitting down. You have all of these elected officials doing whatever they want to do with your money, anyhow they want to do it, and citizens are just working and just watching and really not doing anything. This is not the way to go. This thing that we're doing right here, I can tell you as much as possible, is as crazy, as crazy can be, until we begin to do the needful, until we begin to stand and ensure that these people know truly who the power belongs to. If you like, sit down and you people keep praying because you think God will come and do for you what he has given you capacity to do for yourself. God is a just God. He will never give you what you've not worked for. He will never give you what you've not put that effort towards, what you've not persevered to get. If we don't work for a better Nigeria, if we don't persevere for a better Nigeria, if we don't call out leaders who are destroying Nigeria, we will not get that better Nigeria. If you like, pray for money tonight, you will not get it. If you like, fast for money tonight. If you like, do whatever it is that you want to do. And let me repeat, God will not do for us what he has given us capacity for us to do for ourselves. If I sat down in my house and I was praying for money tonight without doing this video, without posting this video, and without you clicking this video to watch it, there's no how you will see this particular video that I've done. You won't see me talking like this in your face. So because God has given us capacity to do all of this, that is the same thing with governance too. Do your part. Let's have a great Nigeria.